Okay, today is Thursday, April 23rd, 2026, and I'm making this video because Hank Idsinga is going on the CBC and calling the Toronto Police Services, TPS, racist anti-Semites. And then he's too cowardly to name who. He's using very broad brushstroke there. He means all of them. The board, all their 10,000 staff, all of the office of the chief, racist anti-Semites. So I call this TPS Stolen Valor, and it's in response to Hank Idsinga. He used to be the head of homicide at 40 College Street. The first problem I have is that Idsinga is living off of stolen valor, my valor. Idsinga did not catch Bruce McArthur. I did. The only reason TPS ever arrested Bruce McArthur is because I reported it and I had to force them to go and make the arrest. Then they've tarnished civilians' name, where they've lied in the Epstein report and falsified that report. It's complete garbage. TPS is liars, all of them. Besides being racist anti-Semites, they are liars. They've tarnished civilians' name and they have betrayed humanity. The correct predictions are known to DEMKIW. He does not have the integrity to stand up and say anything. And I've put here resolution sought, and I've asterisked it, a press conference. We're going to have a public press conference where Gloria Epstein stands beside migrant DEMKIW and they admit they lied. So in 2013, I made the France set of warnings at Ryerson University. The whole school knows about this. It was sent to everyone at Toronto Police Services, including Hank Idsinga. This is 2013. Andrew Kinsman is still alive. It specifically says in the warning, Bruce McArthur will throttle Andrew Kinsman, 71 Winchester Street. They don't arrest McArthur until 5 years later, after Kinsman is dead and buried. That is blood on the hands of Toronto police. Mark Saunders is a liar. He's a bold-faced liar. I've confronted him. He lies to my face. There never was no predictions. Yes, you're a racist, Mark Saunders. And where I can confirm that Idsinga may be right is that I also reported Kobe Bryant to the Toronto Police Services. They did nothing. Bryant died in the helicopter crash. Bryant is a black man. I've also reported that the Shermans would be throttled at their home prior to event. Again, TPS did nothing. The Shermans are Jewish. Hank Idsinga may be right. He may be right. The other thing Idsinga is right about is that any complaint to TPS, it goes directly to the garbage can. Saunders is a liar. Complain to him, directly to the garbage can. DEMKIW's the same. The board are all liars. They also never take any complaint seriously. In fact, they have escalated their way of getting rid of complaints by tarnishing the name of civilians. The Epstein report is falsified. The Epstein, then in 2019, when I'm called as a witness by Mark Sandler, they record a new set of predictions: the coronavirus, Ukraine Jet 752, Kobe Bryant, and Gabriel Wortman. Nothing prevented. Then they falsified their report like I was never there. Sandler did cross-examine Ryerson and the reporters, honest witnesses. So I go back to my talking points here. So I am directly saying TPS lives off of stolen valor, my valor. Since 1990 onwards, I've been giving them name, date, and place of the next event, terrorism included. They always squander the information, then they lie about it, and they orchestrate a blue wall of silence cover-up. They have escalated this now to tarnish the name of civilians and to betray humanity. The Civilians Review, Gloria Epstein, and Mark Sandler, and Nas, they proved everything I'm saying. They cross-examined Ryerson, they cross-examined the reporters, honest witnesses. They gave the same account as mine. Then they censored the report, and they said, yeah, the cops did nothing wrong. We can't find nothing. Epstein is a liar. So I said the remedy sought is to have a press conference where Epstein and DEMKIW admit they lied. Okay, so Insomnia is living off of my stolen valor. He did not catch Bruce MacArthur. I did. The Review, they are liars. That would be Gloria Epstein and Mark Sandler. Liars. Toronto Police Services, liars. All of them. The board, all 10,000 of their staff, the Office of the Chief, all of them are sophisticated liars. They lie all the time about everything. They have tarnished the name of civilians. They have betrayed humanity. They throw my complaint into the garbage. The board, liars. On Mark Sandler's cover letter it says, "Do not hesitate to contact me if you have any questions or concerns." The board is going along with the cover-up. Why don't they call the press conference and have Epstein and DEMKIW admit they lied? They did lie. They know they lied. I also put on here Athena Starnd and Tanner Horner. That's because it is a blood on the hands of the Review and of TPS, because next events can be predicted and they can be prevented. And that's a fact, and the Review covered it up, and DEMKIW the liar is going along with the lies. They have blood on their hands, and I don't say that lightly. Insignia has blood on his hands too. Why did he do nothing about Incel Danforth, the 3 events in France, Pulse nightclub? 1990, I reported 9/11. 2006, Tory Stafford, Russell Williams, BP oil spill, Fukushima. Toronto police would leave their colleagues at NYPD to be justified in their building. Then they go along with the bullshit official story. Oh, yeah, we think it was Osama bin Laden. Yeah, we don't know nothing about false flags or inside jobs. Yeah. Then they have the audacity to put leaders in counterterrorism after their name. No, you are liars and you are cowards. Mark Saunders, you are a liar. Drew Buchanan Gisser, a liar. Ryan Tushner, a liar. All of them! All of them! All of them are liars, even Chief DEMKIW. They like the high pay, they don't like the accountability. So, like I said, I have witnesses, RYERSON, and reporters. They just clam up. All of these ones are liars. They have blood on their hands. And what I'm saying, there's correct predictions since 1990 onwards to the present. There's women who manifested superpowers, the 5 women at RYERSON I've talked about in previous videos. And there's the 0-point energy. So this is what keeps me going, and where I have my Ace of Spades card up my sleeve. The 0-point energy is going to break. So we have the EFTA number. This is from the Epstein files, the Jeffrey Epstein files. The feds exactly picked the deputation out of a dozen deputations where I talk about 0-point energy. If you go to justice.gov/Epstein, you can search 0-point energy, remote viewing, my name, Albert Vencel, or it even comes up if you search Toronto Police. And you will get, here it is, EFTA 00165439. It's a deputation I made at City Hall about how the Review lied. But in this one I also said that Colleen was abducted and had her own flying car that runs on free energy. The feds took this deputation and put it into the Epstein files because it is a path to disclosure. They're taking baby steps to UAP disclosure. And here I talk about the 0-point energy. The origin is from Hal Puthoff. What happens at RYERSON is the 2nd generation of remote viewing experiments where Colleen is abducted. The Globe and Mail gets a confession out of her. The 2 main, like I said, put all my witnesses in a room, let them talk. Robin Doolittle, Globe and Mail. She investigated this, she proved everything I'm saying. Coward Walmsley would refuse to publish the Globe and Mail. Alison Chiasson, CBC. She was cross-examined by the Review. She was cross-examined by Homicide. She's an honest witness. She gave the same account as mine. Jill Dempsey, Talia Schlanger, CBC. They're witness from the RYERSON incident. All of the school of RYERSON, the class, RTA class of 2015, and then the reporters. But then, like I'm saying, we go back to the origin story. Hal Puthoff would know about this. Jacques Vallée would know about this. Robert Bigelow and John Alexander, but they're hostile. They're the ones suppressing it. So what I'm saying though is that the 0-point energy is working. We got it from UAP contact. It's going to break. At that time they're going to give me credit for my part of the heavy lifting. I'm going to have a hot mic that will go viral on a global scale. And I'm going to say TPS lied. The Toronto Police Services lied. They've had correct predictions since 1990. Hank Idsinga is living off of my stolen valor. This is known to Chief DEMKIW, who is a liar, and Mark Saunders, who is a liar. The chief just dismisses any complaint you give to them. They do nothing. And then I see them again today on TV. Oh, they're going to reach out to Hank and resolve this. Hey, TPS, fuck you, you lying bastard scums. And like I said, Athena Starnd is blood on the hands of the Review and the Toronto Police Services. I'm saying again why. These events can be predicted and prevented. Epstein, the coward, Sandler, the coward, and Naz, the coward, they want you dead. They proved what I'm saying, then they orchestrated a cover-up. They are liars, and they need to be held accountable. Correct predictions: woman who manifested superpowers, strength test Halen, psychic test Tashana. Ramona, she can fly and shapeshift. Maya had gold coins. Colleen was abducted. Those would be the 5 main women that besides Ryerson, I said reporters. Doolittle and Chiasson are the main ones. Daniel Dale, though, too. And other reporters, you know, at the CBC. Talia Schlanger, Jill Dempsey. I've said in previous videos, I've named them. Anyway, the whole city knew about this because I sent it to 2 reporters. Kevin Donovan, Wendy Gillis, the Toronto Star, the CBC, the Globe and Mail. The Globe and Mail did investigate. It was 5 Globe reporters, not Doolittle by herself, 5. They proved what I'm saying. Then the editor, David Walmsley, he quashed it down because he's a coward. And that's about the same thing that happened at Ryerson. Ramona Pringle convened those 5 women in a room. They gave a statement to Doolittle. The Dean of FCAD, Charles Falzon, he then quashed it down, and he said it's not Ryerson's business to do anything about serial killers. You know, we teach first-year students here how to write an essay. He could do an emergency broadcast, but then the upper management made him not do it. Anyway, Charles Falzon is a witness. The Dean of FCAD, in fact, all of Ryerson is a witness. And the Review did cross-examine them. They gave the same account as mine, and then Epstein censored it because she's a coward and a liar, and so is the chief of police. And so is the board. All of the board are liars. All of them. All of them. Doobie Cannon Gisser, Ryan Teschner, all the ones who are sitting there now. We called the Review, have Epstein admit she lied, because she did lie. Athena Starnd is blood on your hands. It is blood on your hands. In fact, every next event that happens is blood on your hands. And you are living off of my stolen valor. Hank Idsinga, shut the fuck up. You did not catch Bruce MacArthur, I did. All you had to do was read my email from 2013. You also left Andrew Kinsman to die. You've left Reese Fallon to die. You left Anna D'Amico to die. The 2013 France list of warnings includes Charlie Hebdo, Bataclan Theatre, Bastille Day, Post Nightclub, Incel Danforth MacArthur, name, date, and place, victim names included. You dismissed it, and now you're living off my stolen valor. All you had to do to arrest MacArthur was read my email. It was sent to all of Toronto Police in 2013. 2019, the Review records a new set of predictions. Epstein orchestrates the Blue Wall of Silence cover-up. In 1990, they knew about 9/11. In 2006, Tory Stafford, Fukushima, BP oil spill, Russell Williams. And it's coming up to 15 minutes, and I guess I sort of said what I wanted. But the resolution, there's many resolutions, but one will be have the press conference. TPS has a media center. DEMKIW and Epstein need to stand beside each other and admit they lied. They have blood on their hands. There is correct predictions. Cross the witnesses from Ryerson, especially those 5 women. The 0-point energy is going to break. The EFTA number is some proof that the feds know about this. In a future event, they're going to announce the 0-point energy is working. I'm going to get credit. I'm going to say at that time, Toronto Police, you are goddamn liars.